Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another video update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about the digital asset space, and let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. This is going to be a different type of video, just a quick video update regarding the metals market and some things that have happened in the past that we could see happen again. Again, history does not always repeat, but it often does rhyme. So to kick things off with XRP, and then we'll get into gold and silver shortly after. As we can see on the daily, just a basic trend line, support and resistance. We are very, very tight and coiled up here. I know a lot of other people tend to agree. We've been basically going in this downtrend since Valentine's Day, February 14th. And today, March, again, 26th, and we are due. This is on the daily. Obviously, this is just kind of looking at the longer trend. I know some people are saying support anywhere from, 2 to 5 cents. There's some Fibonacci retracements that can also support 13 cents, 9 cents, 7 cents. But of course, if we anticipate breaking through 16 or 17 cents, don't be surprised just to come back to 20 cents. There is also support to show, a higher bounce again. So I am basically anticipating some version of bull trap as well. And also, just to go over the Dow Jones, I know, guys, we are up, thousands of points. We are, basically at 18,000 earlier this week. Everyone thinks it's just so silly. Everyone thinks the stock market's back. The economy is back. Couldn't be further from the truth. This is just temporary. We realized the Fed in the repo lending, they are literally printing, and they said infinite. QE, quantitative easing, to infinity, printing already $1 trillion a day. Of course, it's going to be artificially propped up. So I'm guessing that this would be some version of bull trap. Whether, we retrace back down tomorrow or next week is very, very surprising for us. Don't be surprised to retest that 19K, 18K level once again. All right, now to share my take on the metals, I will be brief, and I just encourage you guys to do your own research with this. If you are not holding gold and silver, I cannot tell you what to do, but again, I personally am doing so take that as you will. Right here, shared by QSR. So as we can see here, gold, silver, precious metals, whether it's, platinum, palladium, you name it, they cannot be bought right now. They cannot be sold right now. You cannot trade them, and they're forcing you to sell. Now, this is just for one example of ABN AMRO. They are based out of Amsterdam, I believe. So right here, they are a Dutch bank headquartered in Amsterdam. Right here, we can see total assets, 381 billion euros as of 2018. So a very, very large group. And we are actually seeing this across the industry. So right here, they're claiming, as always, they will not be able to have sufficient liquidity when they break the maximums that they will sell. So they're actually forcing you to sell, which is interesting. So now what I want to show you is this. A lot of people have been sending this my way after, seeing that news as well. I guess you guys will be able to read it right here. So it says customers, their customers specifically, not everybody. Customers must sell their gold, silver, and platinum this week. Otherwise, ABN AMRO will do that for them. ABN AMRO customers will no longer be able to put their money into physical gold, silver, or platinum. And again, I just want to emphasize what everybody's saying. Become your own bank. Whether it's digital assets, get them in cold storage. You can create your own free paper wallets. You can get a, nano. Links in the description as well if you want another cold storage wallet. Diversify your holdings, of course. And I personally recommend silver and gold physical. If you do not own it and it is, in the bank or in a safety deposit box, or, you own the certificates, you do not own it. Just like crypto, if it's not your private keys, they're not yours, technically speaking. So get it, hide it, hold it. And again, what I want to show you is this. So as making this video, gold today is $1,630 per ounce, so about $1,600 per ounce, give or take. Silver is trading at about $14.50. Now look, JM Bullion, typically most of the silver and the mint, are out of stock throughout the US. Look at all of this. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And they're selling, at a little premium as well if they're available. All right, we have this, but essentially bars, coins, they are out of stock. Now, what is available are, of course, American Silver Eagles, and they are, more valuable. And a lot of people value these, but look at what they're selling at. Some are selling as high as $45, $23, well above spot, even like $47. And I understand that these are different. Some collect these as well, but guys, this is absolutely crazy. There's, 3x premiums on some websites due to the scarcity. This will eventually correct. My position with JP Morgan essentially squeezing out the market and shorting it because they are one of the bigger holders in this market. All right. Next, I wanted to cover Right here, if you guys are not familiar with this, the New Deal and Roosevelt's seizure of gold. This actually happened in history. Do not be surprised if we saw some version like this. I'm not trying to, spread fear. I just want to entertain what has happened. And I don't think, over-preparing will ever, be a bad thing by any means. So essentially, just to get through this quickly, if you're familiar with Executive Order 6102, it was literally a presidential executive order signed on April 5th, 1933. We are coming up to that date as well. And as we can see, Franklin Delano Roosevelt forbidding the hoarding of gold coin, gold bullion, and gold certificates within the United States. So again, this was absolutely huge. They basically prevented all Americans from hoarding gold. They made everyone turn over their precious metals. And get this, gets even better. Oh, let me see. I want to scroll here. So right here, April 5th, Roosevelt signed this executive order and ordered people to turn in their gold to the government at a payment of $20.67 per ounce. Okay, there were some exceptions for, jewelry and things of that nature. And then as we go on, this was a greater plan. They knew what they were going to do. They were going to use metals to back the economy and get everything going again. As we can scroll down here, I'm looking for it again, $10,000 fines if you guys didn't obey. And then right here, although Roosevelt made it illegal for Americans to redeem their dollars for gold, he also realized that he could not make the same threats against people from other countries. Therefore, representatives of foreign governments still could trade in their dollars for gold, although shortly after issuing his order, Roosevelt increased the price. Again, remember, he bought it from Americans for $20. Now he increased the price when he's holding all the metals to $35 an ounce, just instantly because he's the president. However, given the state of international trade at the time, foreign holdings of dollars were relatively small, something that would not be the case a half century later. I mean, you can kind of go into depth with this. I know the economic and monetary policies were different at this time. All I'm saying is if there was some type of gold standard, once again with the economy, I wholeheartedly believe that gold will be used in some manner. Now, some people think you're absolutely crazy if we return to a 100% gold standard. And if that were the case, and this was not to create FOMO and get everyone to, hoard and buy gold, and again, do your own research. But I just want to share what different experts in the metals market have said. If we went to a gold standard, people are estimating whether, you want to source, Bix Weir or, what was that one woman's name? I'm blanking, but essentially she's really well known as a gold bug, especially throughout YouTube as well. But essentially, gold anywhere from, I've seen figures from $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 per ounce. Silver, of course, it has tons of utility as well. It is literally in every piece of technology we use. The small amounts, trace amounts in everywhere. Keyboards, cell phones, etc. That would be anywhere from $600 to $800 per ounce. I've seen figures much higher, well over, $1,500 as well. But again, guys, what I'm saying is physical metals are undervalued. It is a great hedge to a digital asset investment. And I am basically saying my top ones would be silver and XRP. Now, there are also digital assets that will be used in the new economy, along with this whole talk of this quantum financial system and newer technology on the way. I just wanted to share what could be possibly happening. There is some talks, like if you were ordering off JM Bullion and your orders are 15 days delayed, some people have been receiving their silver, it's just been delayed. There's other talks that they'll actually just kind of, cancel the order, refund you, keep the silver, and then maybe months down the road or years down the road, the prices of metals are going to skyrocket. Personally, I see way higher upside with XRP, but another way to hedge your bet. So now this is what I wanted to talk about right here. FDIC government is telling you not to pull your money out. So again, notice this, and this was just, on the other day, and we can see 1933 Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. They say the safest place for your money is in your bank. No bank runs encourage you guys to keep your money in your bank account where they can control it, etc. And as we can see here, and I mean, if you want me to pull it up, it doesn't matter. I already pulled it up earlier. But again, after a month-long run on American banks, Franklin Roosevelt proclaimed a bank holiday beginning on March 6th, 1933, same year, that shut down the banking system entirely. When the banks finally reopened a week later, on March 13th, depositors stood in line to return their hoarded cash. Could we see, this repeat as well? A bank shutdown, there's been talks, there's been all kinds of conspiracies. I'm not going to go into those whatsoever, but I'm just saying, if we saw something like this, could be absolutely interesting. It would be a good time to update current infrastructure. We know that Trump and Steve Mnuchin just announced that, next month they will actually be able to have banks domestically originate same-day loans. They are upping their technology. Of course, there's a huge push to make the healthcare system a lot more efficient. So not everything is just screaming, distributed ledger technology. What I'm saying is this whole thing going on, this quarantine, this pandemic, you have to understand that nobody lets a good crisis go to waste, and there are multiple levels of plans occurring here that people are taking advantage of to kind of for, their own gain and hopefully to better the world as well. So nothing is changing. I'm watching XRP. I'm getting ready for a move, whether it's, to the next support up or down. I'm not going to try to predict this for you guys. I do my own personal TA. I'm not recommending trading. Personally, just buying and selling, or buying and holding, and then I have some cash on the side to catch any dips as well. So with that, guys, I appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button, share this video around, and I will see you in the next one.